It's been such a heartbreaking week in country music. We lost Toby Keith, a true icon, a true patriot, a true legend. And throughout this past week, we have seen several tributes from some of the biggest stars in country music, the music industry, the entertainment industry, just showing how much love, admiration, and respect that they had for Toby Keith, a true icon. Tonight, we have an update for you. His son, Stelen, has left a very heartfelt tribute to his late father. So now we're going to take a look at some of those tributes that have come in for Toby Keith. Blake Shelton, who had a very good relationship with Toby Keith throughout their life and career, wrote, "Even though I knew about your battle these last few months, I still never imagined this day. Anyone who knew you knows what I mean. You were the toughest man I ever met. Thank you, brother, for being a friend, a hero, and an inspiration. There will never be another Toby Keith." Tim McGraw, who shared much success with Toby Keith, shared, "Our self-titled debuts came out on the same day, April 20th, 1993. Toby and I spent quite a bit of time together early in our careers. We had a lot of good times and conversations about what we wanted out of our careers and our lives. He was a maverick. He did things his way, on his terms, a true artist. I always have and always will have tremendous respect for his artistry, dedication, and fearlessness to do his thing. We all miss you, brother." Man, very powerful to think back there that their debuts came out on the same day for Tim McGraw and Toby Keith to share that between one another. Carrie Underwood wrote a very touching tribute with such kind words to Toby, where she shared, "Saddle up the horses, Jesus, because a true blue cowboy just made his ride up to heaven. Introduce him to all the Okies and sign that boy up for the choir. We're going to miss you, Toby, but my heart has no doubt that you are standing in the presence of our King right now. See you again someday, friend." Jason Aldean, who was one of the country artists who had one of the last opportunities to perform live with Toby Keith, shared, "Just waking up to the news of Toby Keith's passing. Today is a sad day for country music and its fans. Toby was a huge presence in our business and someone we all looked up to and respected. You and your music will be forever remembered, big man." And as you can see this picture here from Alan Jackson, just two icons standing beside each other who really dominated and ruled the 90s. Alan Jackson shared that Denise and I are saddened to hear about our friend Toby Keith. Our prayers are with Trisha and the entire Keith family. Oliver Anthony shared another tribute that I believe really resonated with Toby Keith fans. He wrote, "I am heartbroken hearing the news this morning. He inspired millions through his music and united the nation in a time when we needed it the most. He may be gone in flesh, but will always be with us in spirit through his music. Long live the cowboy from Oklahoma, Mr. Toby Keith." Brooks and Dunn shared a tribute that I really always like to look back at since they've shared it, because they also went into sharing a little bit more of a personal reflection of their relationship with Toby Keith. First, Ronnie Dunn shared, "A troubadour gone too soon. We played together. We sang together. He was a friend, ornery, rough, tough, kind, and loyal. If he liked you. A rascal, an outlaw with a big heart. He was opinionated, usually his way or the highway. A patriot that acted, didn't just talk it. He was a loyal husband and proud, loving father. He was a big man, a fighter. In the end, life wins. Give him hell up there, my friend. Our love, prayers, and condolences go out to his lovely wife, Trisha, daughters Crystal and Shelley, and son Stelen." Kix Brooks then added, "Waking up to losing Toby wakes up a lot of memories and realities. I remember the first time we actually met and talked. He was wearing a blue leather suit. We all wore horrible clothes back then. We got along from the beginning. He called a spade, plain and simple, always. We asked him to come on tour with us somewhere in the late 90s along with Keith Urban. And I'll never forget, after our first show together, he said, 'We've got to find a place to play.' After that, we would go find a house band after every show and burn till the flame was gone. He was a relentless participant in every aspect of his life, performing, writing, golfing, hanging with his friends, along with his dedication to the military and the red, white, and blue. But he always put his loyalty and love of God and family first. He was one of those guys I just assumed would always be there. Hall of Fame cowboy heart. Rest in peace, big man." Jelly Roll, who we know is one of the biggest names in the business right now, but also one of the biggest fans of country music, shared, "We covered Should Have Been a Cowboy at every show last year. Toby inspired millions, and I was one of them. Rest in peace." Tracy Lawrence, another star that really shared the spotlight in the 90s with Toby Keith, wrote, "I'm brokenhearted by the news of my friend Toby Keith's passing. We shared many stages together over the years and a deep love of the music business and the people in it. He was an amazing singer, songwriter, and performer. I have so many great memories of times we spent together. You will truly be missed, my friend. I'll see you on the other side." So now we're going to share the very heartfelt tribute left from Toby Keith's son, Stelen. I thought it was a really beautiful tribute to his late father and showed who Toby Keith was behind the scenes. So first, as you can see here, Stelen shared a photo reflecting back on a memory that he shared with his father. And in the bottom, he captions it with, "You are the strongest man I have ever known, a fighter, a true titan of your industry, my guiding star, my coach, my hero, an embodiment of the American spirit. You are a man whose strength, prowess, and talent could only be trumped by his ability to be a father and husband. Your impact is forever stamped on the world and on millions of people, yet not one person knew you the way I did. You were my biggest champion and the guiding light in my darkest times, the best mentor a man could ask for. You held a passion that was greater than mountains, and it radiates through every lyric and chord. In the everlasting echo from the legacy of your music, you leave me strength and faith to lean on in the silence that follows. You truly did it your way, from the starting gates to the finish line, and never apologized for it. The only thing I ever wanted in life was to make you proud. I promise I will continue to make you proud. It's not goodbye forever. It's just goodbye for now. I love you, cowboy." Such a beautiful tribute left by Stelen there for his father. You know, this has been a really tough week for country music, and it still doesn't even feel real to say that we lost Toby Keith, a giant, a patriot, an icon, a titan, you name it. Toby Keith was a man's man, and he was an artist. And it's truly been one of the toughest losses that we have suffered in this genre. That is your update here on CountryCast tonight, and as always, thank y'all for tuning in.